as we close off with Anthony Davis talk, we might as well go on to this last part, which is NBA fans gone wild.
Yeah, man. What is going on?
What is going on? Here's the thing. I'm not as perturbed as a lot of like commentators are, because I know a lot of them are going like, oh, like, can you believe this? They just opened back the doors and you are so ungrateful. Charles Barkley made a great point where it's just like, all right, like, how many incidents have we had? 4? Like, and how many fans are back in the audience? So we're going to let 4 bad seeds like ruin it for the rest of us? Like, those are just 4 people, right? I'm in that camp, but going off of the Kyrie Irving story in particular, I'm not saying that I condone the actions of the Boston Celtics fan. I'm just saying if Kyrie Irving had the audacity to stomp on the Lakers logo, then I would totally expect some action to happen before he gets to the tunnel.
Yeah, but I mean, for me, it goes a little deeper than just that. I feel like since everybody's been locked up for this last year and a half, people are forgetting how to act in public and be social and be civil, or just civilized, I should say. People are just think you can kind of do what you want. Like there's this new set of freedom, like, oh, we're free. We could do this again, and they're gonna get crazy. Oh, I miss doing this. I don't know. I feel like it's more of a mindset, a social mindset. But of course, we are talking about the Boston fans, especially specifically the Boston Celtics fans. And yeah. I think almost every player has a brief history of racism there, and hatred and offensiveness. So you know what? I don't. I just kind of laughed because I'm like, well, that's kind of expected. And what was the other incident in Utah?
So there is about 4 of them. We'll go off on this. I know the one I remember clearly was the Philadelphia 76ers versus the Washington Wizards. Russell Westbrook sprained his ankle, and as he was walking back through the tunnel with a sprained ankle, somebody drops popcorn in between the tent part where you can't even see where they're at. So Russell Westbrook is limping. The popcorn gets dropped, and then he's practically hopping on one leg back to see who dropped the popcorn. And then I'm trying to remember the other incident. There was one last night with Dwight Howard and the Wizards again. So a Washington Wizard fan ran onto the court and they got tackled. And then Kyrie Irving, as we mentioned. What was the other one? Was there?
No, I think that was the one, right? Because the guy was trying to take a selfie or something with Dwight Howard.
Well, Trae Young got spat on, right?
Thank you. Okay, that was the one. Yeah, so Trae Young and Madison Square Garden. He got spat on. From what I understand, Trae Young didn't know he got spat on. It was almost as if he just played on and didn't know anything was on him. That is disgusting. It's how the hell do you come off of a pandemic and then just spit on a dude? Don't you know this was an all oral thing?
That's why I say it. Not only that, but spitting on someone's the most disrespectful thing you can do to anybody. That's pretty much it's might as well saying, hey, we're gonna fight to the death, because that's the way how I see it. So why would anybody, especially a sports fan, do that to an athlete, a player? I just don't get it, man. And that's why I say I think it's a little deeper than just people just hating on other teams. That's violence. That's violence. That's violent. That's a violent act. And that's not physical, but emotionally, it's complete disrespect. So I think it's just more people have been locked up. And, I think people just need to, hopefully be a little bit more self-aware and correcting themselves with their behavior.
Yeah, I think, Mark,
I don't see that happening.
I think, Mark, your analysis is dead on. I mean, we're not only seeing this in sports, we're seeing it in every industry right now. We're seeing record numbers of people acting a fool in airplanes. We're seeing really violent things happen at bars, at parties, and whatnot. And so, yeah, Mark, I think you're 100% correct. That people have been locked up for a year and a half. The minute they get out, they're like, I'm free. I can do whatever I want. Yeah. And they're just out there wilding out. And
but these actions have been happening way before the pandemic even happened. What was the point? When Hollywood Hulk Hogan turned heel when he went to WCW, what happened? When he joined the NWO.
But that's pro wrestling, though.
Okay, that's pro wrestling. Right. But even then, they have thrown stuff before. Look at Kobe losing to the Boston Celtics in 2008 in the finals. What did they do to the bus? They were practically acting a fool then.
Absolutely, but it was it was a different time back then because it was more accepted. Now it's not. Now we're realizing that these people that are being paid millions are just more than just people. I should say more than just millionaire athletes. They are people, and you talk crap about them to their, they're gonna hear it. It's gonna mess with them, and it just because you pay a ticket to sit in the stands doesn't give you the right to disrespect them like that either, though. So I see both ways.
No, yeah. Like, to your point, like, I'm not saying, like, I'm not letting them off the hook in that regard of, like, they pay the ticket, they deserve it. Like, I don't agree with Kyrie Irving in terms of, like, him calling the fans entitled after he did an action that was absolutely not entitled to do, right? Like, he just, like, stepped on the Boston Celtics logo after that past animosity.
Well, he's the last person I'll listen to anything because he still thinks the world is flat. So, and he wants to pick and choose whatever, like I said, I like the guy because, he loves white girls, and so do I. But that's about it. That's what he believes in, I think, QAnon too, I think, and the Illuminati. And
no, he's just a vegan.
He's just asking questions, fellas. Just asking questions.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
He's a vegan. He's a plant-based diet guy.
He's a soy boy?
I think he also did Ramadan, if I'm not mistaken. I think he did Ramadan this year for the Islam culture.
Good for him. So and then he hung out with a bunch of white chicks. Like
he was like, please, God. I think that's what convinced him to do Ramadan. He's like, I got 72 virgins. Can I pick them?
Can they be from a certain? Yeah. Can they be from Scottsdale, Arizona?
Come on, Kentucky. Just like.
No, you want them Scottsdale, Arizona girls, dude. Yeah, I gotta show you. I gotta show you the ropes, kid.
No. I know how hot they are. I'm just saying, like, I was trying to think of like the southern place where it's like a lot of white girls and hot. Oh, yeah. But yeah, what about freaking Nashville, huh? Nashville, Tennessee.
Nashville too, man. Nashville too. There's something in the water over there, that's for sure.
But yeah, no, like I'm not siding with like the fans who acted a fool. I'm just saying, like, look, like there were a couple of dumb fans. I'm not saying that we should like restrict again the amount because I think the NBA is coming from a standpoint, and like stop me if I'm wrong. I think they're gonna come from a standpoint of like, all right, well, like this person can ruin it for the rest. Like, they can ruin it for the rest of the fan base. They could potentially ruin it for the rest of the NBA. And look, in the Lakers fans' side, Laker fans have, like, mostly old-school money coming to the games anyways. They're the ones, like, that act and behave. They're behaving properly. Or, like, in the Clippers case, like, they mostly have cardboard cutouts. So, like, they're not going to do anything. Like, why are they going to ruin it for the Clippers or the Lakers fan base?
Yeah, I don't think these incidents should ruin that because it's dumb to even think that. Because all it is just, get more security. You're going to have to, like, just ride the wave of people trying to, of becoming more or socially going out and going to, games and stuff like that. You just kind of have to be prepared for some wildness, I guess.
What do you guys think about naming these fans publicly, like, by name? I mean, that's something I haven't seen before, but I'm actually seeing this especially with the fan that spat on Kyrie on Trae Young.
Yeah, absolutely. Expose them. Make sure so that way everybody knows. Shame, like yell shame at them. Pretty much.
Like, honestly, I'm just like not for it, but at the same time, like it's kind of there because of the surveillance state that we live in, such as like the guy, like where you saw the water bottle get thrown at Kyrie, and then the camera shows the guy's face. So it's just like, all right, he's practically outed. Like, good luck trying to find a date on Bumble now because this dude's screwed when it comes to like finding a relationship or even friendships. But yeah, no, like it's already gonna be tough.
I might use that as my profile. That'd be hilarious.
But that's another thing. Like, if you're going to put yourself out there and act a fool, like, I know NBA on TNT was trying to say something where it's just like, oh, they just want attention. Like, Kenny the Jet Smith was like, oh, they want attention. I'm like, no, I don't think they want attention per se.
It's not attention.
I think they want to, like, do something and then go back in the crowd. And, like, they'll be like, hee, I got away with it. That's what they're thinking. So, I like, look, it's a catch-22. Like, they're damned if they do, they're damned if they don't. But if they want to step out and then do that action, then they're probably sending themselves to public information.
Okay, well, perfect example. This is more accepted. Doing it at baseball games. Well, would you be willing to do something like that? Or when you jump the fence and walk in the field, stomp on the opposing team's jersey, and then just get arrested?
The worst thing that I would do at a baseball game is if an opposing team hits a home run, I will throw that ball back. That's the worst thing that I will probably do.
Yeah, but you're not interfering with the game or anything like that. You're just literally just giving the ball back. But like, see, like when people do that during baseball games, jumping the fence and jumping out in the field and just acting crazy. I feel it's a little bit more accepted because they're not out to hurt any of the players. I think in the NBA it feels like a little bit more intent, like it's a little more malicious. So like they go after specific players. So I think maybe that's why too. People are kind of like noticing this, or it's taking a little bit more attention because like they do it at football games too, but like nobody cares.
Yeah, and to your point, like I was thinking of baseball. Like there was recently a streaker. I want to say it was in Philly, and the streaker it was like during a rain delay, but he chose to do it during the rain delay, and so like he's naked, and then like the security guards are like not only have to like find a way to try to catch him in the rain, but they're also going to have to try to catch him when he's naked.
Yeah, that's hilarious. You see, and that's accepted, but that won't happen in the NBA though.
No, like you won't see it. I don't know. Maybe it's because of the size comparison. Maybe because like the dudes want to match up with LeBron.
Yeah, maybe that's why. Which we've all seen LeBron's on national TV before.